Hello, my name is Peter Hall,
My name is Josh Hall.
and today we're going to be talking about the Pet Sematary movies. My brother and I just went and saw the 2019 remake of Pet Sematary yesterday, and then today we watched the 1989 Pet Sematary film. So go ahead.
I really liked both the original Pet Sematary and the remake. I thought the remake was a little bit scarier. Way scarier, actually.
Um, Personally, for me, I'm not really a fan of horror. Like, my brother really likes Stephen King, and he wanted to go see it, so he bought my ticket to go see the Pet Cemetery remake. And technically, both films were very good. They were both very well made. They had very good special effects, great visuals, great cinematography. Like, there's like even a shot where like the camera is like underneath a truck as it's like barreling across the road. That was a cool shot. Um, the remake pretty much kept everything almost the same. It made like a few key differences from like the 1989 film and the book and the film and the original film. The kid who gets killed and brought back to life is this little toddler named Gage, and like when he gets brought back, he immediately turns into this like little demon who taunts like the neighbor Judd, who told like the father of the family Lewis about this graveyard that about this burial ground that has the place to reanimate the dead. So he basically becomes a little demon and taunts his victims before he kills them. But it was weird how, like, in the 1989 film, like, his father was able to kill him a second time by injecting him with, like,
That's how it happened in the novel.
yeah, but it's weird. Um, like, I don't know, like, usually if, like, something's reanimated, like, they can't be killed with, like, mundane means, like injections. Like, you have to, like, destroy their body or something. Um, But I did like the part like after he injects his son when his son's trying to stab him, how his son goes, "Not fair, not fair," like that. Not.
I liked here's one reason why I think the black Victor Pascal in the remake is creepier than the white Victor Pascal. Cause when Victor Pascal makes his first warning to Lewis Creed in the remake, like all the lights in the hospital go off, and you remember the nurses are even scared. But
Yes, Josh.
in the original, Lewis Creed, Pascal just grabs Lewis and warns him not to like go into the cemetery. So I don't know.
Anyway, in the remake, instead of Gage getting hit by a truck and dying and later being reanimated by his father, it's his older daughter Ellie,
And she gets lured out to the middle of the street by Church.
yeah, the cat. Um, so, and then like when he reanimates Ellie in the remake, like she waits a little bit before like she actively tries to kill people, whereas Gage didn't. Gage just like right off the bat went into demon murdering territory or whatever. He's like a little demon. Ellie was too, but she waited a little bit longer than Gage did. Um,
I loved how she was dancing and wearing her ballet dress and dancing, and then she started breaking furniture and china and stuff.
Yeah, and then like at the end of the original film, like after his wife was because like everybody dies pretty much. At the end of the first film, like after his wife has been reanimated, like you see her walking, she's covered in dirt, and like one of her eyes is gone, and like the wound is like bleeding like this pus or whatever, and then they start kissing, and then like she grabs a knife, and like it fades to black, and you hear him scream. That was pretty bad. And the remake, like, they're all, they've all been killed and they're all reanimated, and the only one, still, normal is Gage, and he's locked in a car, and then, like, it fades to black, and you hear the car open and stuff like that, so they're gonna kill Gage and reanimate him. Um,
And the movie alludes to it already happening at the start.
yeah. So my brother really liked the Pet Cemetery films. Um, I admit that they were technically well made. I'm just not
Well,
into
let's talk
horror.
about Zelda.
Oh yeah, you can talk about Zelda.
All right. I really
You wanna
liked
hold
how
it?
what they did with Zelda in the remake than in the movie. They focused way more on Zelda in the remake than they did in the original. In the remake, instead of like dying from her spinal meningitis like she does in the book and in the original film, Zelda, I think, intentionally throws herself down a dumbwaiter shaft and commits suicide while Rachel is bringing her food.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there was a scene in the novel where a few weeks before Zelda died from her disease, she tried to commit murder suicide by grabbing onto Rachel and spilling kerosene on the bed and uh, dropping a match onto the bed while she was holding on to Rachel. But Rachel managed to like break free and dump water on the bed, and she had a scratch on her arm from Zelda and bruises, and Zelda only suffered minor burns, but then she like died a couple weeks later after she tried to kill them. That was in the book. The original focused a lot on. I had a flashback with Timmy Baterman that I wish the remake had. Oh, did you know that in the book, Timmy Baterman's father killed his son, set the house on fire, and then shot himself in the head? It wasn't the townspeople that did all that.
Hmm.
I actually like what the original movie did with Timmy Baterman. The townspeople set the Timmy Baterman's house on fire, and his father tried to escape, but he pulled him back into the burning house, and they both perished. Um, that was in the original movie. What else you got to say about this movie?
That's pretty much it.
All right, you want to end this review?
Yeah. So like usually like I can see a movie over and over and over again, but I'm really not into pure horror. So these are both movies that I'm really good just seeing once. I haven't read the book before, so but I read up on the book. So I've also never seen Pet Cemetery 2. Thalos did a review on that, so I'll check it out later. I don't think I've seen that yet. Anyway, talk to you later, YouTubers.